Hi, Mr. Brown. This is my persuasive speech titled We versus Physical Exercise. I have also sent in my informative speech as extra credit, also, just so you know. And I also have a little bit of sore throat, just in case you wonder why I might be talking really low or whatever. Okay, so I'll go ahead and start then. Once, a long time ago, physical exercise was built into one's routine. For example, children's free time would not be spent on the computer, but instead on bicycle riding. However, in this day and age, everyone seems to have an instant gratification level. We've all been to the point of throwing something out the window because they're too slow. While in reality, people actually had to write out all those essays or wait for their pictures to develop. My personal piano instructor was just speaking about this topic last night and told me that while electronics make everyone think that everything is fun and games, well, in reality, it's not. My point in all this is that this generation has been excessively privileged, and I believe that it's time to adjust some things. So now you're beginning to wonder, how does all this fit in with my first sentence about physical exercise? For a while now, students have been receiving recognition for full-on exercise. Well, in reality, all they're doing is sitting in front of a TV screen. Well, they may be making some occasional moves and grunts here and there, occasionally. I believe this is a problem because while exploring the topic, Travis Saunders, who experts in the Patriotics magazine, found that Wii boxing burns roughly the same number of calories as walking on a treadmill at approximately 3.5 miles per hour. The Patriotics authors goes on to say that if students were to replace their video games with the Wii, that they would only improve their physical activity by 2%. If students are truly replacing their physical exercise with this Wii, then we are all going to have a lot of health issues to come. My resolution for this drawback in many homes in America today is that while students still have their pleasure time sitting in front of the TV, that they still make time to go ride bikes, go hiking, running, play sports, swim, etc. A time plan, for example, might be to have an hour with video games or extra computer time and an hour for outdoor activities. My sister and I began doing this exercise program with the TV involved and found not only that we weren't accountable, but also that we were missing the daily beauty of life, the sunshine and fellowship with friends that we had while participating in a local tennis branch. We also went to a camp last summer and walked at least 3 miles every day. Honestly, it feels so amazing to get in a habit and make contact with nature. However, if things continue as they have been in our country, where children do go through the motions, and they get home at school at 3, do homework, play video games while they're eating dinner, there won't be any communication between families, and also no exercise or any social activity between friends. Students will have to expect the obvious, be ingrained in their daily schedule, become unhealthy, and have an instant gratification level problem. My biggest concern with the previously mentioned statement is that students will become unhealthy and have an instant gratification level. Besides that, though, we need this generation to be aware of what's going on and to be raised with intelligence and maybe some old school activity. So what can we do, and how do we begin? We could start in our own homes. Lately, my parents have been encouraging my older sister and I to get out on our bikes and challenge ourselves to a few running races before the end of the year. With this goal in our minds, we know that if we want to even think about starting the race, we have to get in shape and practice. I believe goals are the true way and the only way to success. Without them, you can't look around or ahead because you're not necessarily sure where you are going. During this speech, I had 2 main topics: the problems with little to no physical education and also instant gratification levels. And to conclude, I'd like to tie these 2 topics together by saying that neither necessary nor minuscule arrangements will correctly help the situation. Everything must be done in moderation. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed